Hey grade 11, here's a continuation of the practice test that we had yesterday. We're going to have a look at the table of expected values, and yesterday we talked about how you could calculate the expected values for this question. This is question 3 that we're doing at the moment, but because there's 9 values there, doing each of these calculations each time can take quite a while. It is worth 3 marks, but it still can take you quite a bit of time, where we know that by using our TI Inspire calculator, we can actually do this a bit quicker. So let's have a look at what we need to do here. Remember, what we need to do is put into a matrix. So we're going to create a matrix here. We've got 3 rows and 3 columns. And our numbers here are 9, 5, 18, and I'm just reading straight across from the exam here, 17, 8, 28, 18, 6, and 7. And remember, we go outside that, and then we want to store, control, store, and choose a variable. So this is students and stress. I'm going to choose S because it's all about stress. Enter. So now S is stored within that. We then want to do an analysis of this. So we go back again, go into our statistics, our stat tests this time, and because this is related to chi-squared, we're going to do a chi-squared two-way test. Remember, we don't use the goodness of fit one, we're always doing a two-way test with ours. We go into our two-way test, our observed matrix is the one that we've just chosen, S, and it gives us all of this, our chi-squared value for later on, our p-value, all of this. And down here it says it's calculated the expected matrix. How do we get this? We look in our variables. I can just click variables there, and I'm going to go down to my expected matrix, hit enter, and there's my numbers. And it says, write down the table of expected values, give values to the nearest integer. So this would be 12, 5, 15, 29, 24, 12, 5, 14. And if we look at our results there, here they are, 12, 5, 15, 29, 24, 12, 5, 14, exactly right. So you do get a note if you do attempt to calculate values by hand, but you don't need to, okay? You can get all of this just by putting down to the nearest integers the 3 marks there. Our next part of this question was show that there are 4 degrees of freedom, and we know that this is one that we need to remember. The number of rows minus 1 multiplied by the number of columns minus 1, 3 minus 1, 3 minus 1 equals 4. You need to put that whole thing down, okay? You need to say this row minus 1, column minus 1, so they show your understanding. If you just put 3 minus 1, 3 minus 1 equals 4, or even 2 by 2 equals 4, you're not going to get the marks where you actually need to show how you work this out. Degrees of freedom here and across to there. Okay, first video done. To come back and show you the chi-squared.